Well, okay, good. I think we can start now. So for the one who just join us, I'm Mathilde, and I'm product manager for Küschall range in France here. What we're going to talk about today is the carbon line. So the carbon wheelchair in carbon, and the K Ultimate, which is the new wheelchair that will be launched in next September. Here we go. So historically, we already had a carbon frame some years ago. It was on the 1.0 line. We used to have carbon available on carrosseries with a 75-degree chassis, and on the Champion only. It was the time that our chassis were made with rounded tubes, so it was a long time ago now. These widgets were really appreciated, but the configuration possibilities were really limited, which was the really black point of these widgets. So now the carbon is back with this 2.0 design. So we're going to offer carbon on compact, Champion, and car series and KSL in the second time. So why we offer this carbon material is to offer a lighter and more modern wheelchair. And so, as I said, we keep the 2.0 design because it's now like really part of the Küschall design. And what we want to offer a good answer is for the active users because they are looking for carbon wheelchair because they are lighter and they are more modern than aluminium most part of the time. So what we can say about the carbon material is that this carbon is made of a mix of carbon fibers and resin. It's also lighter than the aluminium that we use on Küschall line, on the Küschall wheelchair. The carbon is also really robust and rigid. That's why we also use this material on the Küschall wheelchair, and also we use it on not us, but we also use this carbon material on bikes, for example, because it's really robust and rigid. It's around 2 to 5 times more rigid than the aluminium or steel, which make this material really, really strong. And you also have a better vibration absorption, which is really, really important for the users because this will cause less pain for the user than on aluminium. The only risk you have with a carbon frame is when you have an add-on on the wheelchair, because with the withstand clamps, because of the clamps, the carbon can just break itself because you will have some micro vibration on the exact place where you have the clamps on the wheelchair, and it will just cut the fibers, cut the carbon. So that's why you can have some risk if you have a add-on accessory on your wheelchair. So let's talk about the wheelchair themselves. So we're going to start with the compact. So it is already available, but the carbon on the compact is only on the hangers, not on the frame, not on the cross brace, only on the hanger. So it's only available with the swing away leg rests. Okay, no matter if you choose 70 or 80 degrees frame angles, you will be able to have carbon on both, but the carbon is not available on the fixed hangers. So the hangers will come in varnished black carbon with the carbon pattern that you probably already know. You know all the squares. You will have a red tag on the left hand hanger. And what you have to remind is that if you choose a black color for the frame, you will automatically have the hangers in carbon. You won't have the hangers in aluminium anymore. at least for the moment. Okay, so, and if you choose any other colors, you will be able to choose whether you want carbon hangers or aluminum carbons, and the aluminum carbons will come in the same color than the chair, but the carbon hangers will always be black. Okay, all the hangers in carbon won't be painted. These hangers in carbon will save around 200 grams on the wheelchair, on the complete weight of the wheelchair. So the transport weight won't change, it will remain the same. Now about the Champion. Only the standard frames are available for the moment in carbon, but for the tapered frame, they will be available at the end of the year. Okay, so for the moment, only the standard frames, and that's the complete frame that will be in carbon. About the design, that would be the varnished 3K carbon with the red tag on the left-hand hanger, so you won't be able to have the bold decals or no decals. These two are not available. There's only red tag on the left hand. About the gain of the weight, you will be around 430 grams, which is quite a good performance on this wheelchair, which means that the complete weight of the chair will be around 8.8 kilograms, and about the transport weight, you will be from 6.3 kilograms. About the different option we have on a Champion, so the SK, so the front frame that will be able to come under the seat when you want to fold the chair, and the SL, which is the lighter version of the Champion. Both will be available in carbon, but later of this year, so around the end of the year. Now, if we go with the fixed frame, so we can start with the car series, it will be available in carbon. I mean, it's already available in carbon for the standard frames also, so 75 and 90 degrees frames. And if you want the taper frame or the longer frames, they will be only available at the end of the year. So from the 1st of July, you can have these carbon frames, but only standard frames. About the design, it will be the same than for the Champion, only varnished 3K carbon with the red tag on the left-hand hanger. You can't have the bold decals or no decals, that's only the tag, the red tag on the left. About the gain, for the weight, you will be around 300 grams, which means that the complete share will come from 7.5 kilos. And for the transport weight, you also have these 300 grams of saving, which means that the car series in transport weight will be under 5 kilograms. We can also talk about the KSL, but the KSL will be only available next year around March. It will be available completely, I mean, with the standard frame and the tapered frames, with the same design, 3K carbon and red tag. And about the gain, it will be better than 500 grams, which is a huge thing for the KSL. It will make this wheelchair really lighter than today, and with the transport weight, you will be under 4 kilos. So it's really, really good for this wheelchair. So if you want a sum up of all this weight gain that we have on the carbon line, it's 200 grams for the compact because of the hanger, so only on the swing away version. More than 300 grams for the Champion, around 300 grams for the car series, and more than 500 grams for the KSL. If it's okay for you for the carbon line, if you have any question, just please feel free to use the chat. to ask a question, and then I will answer them as much as I can. Karim, do we have any question for the moment in the chat, please? Because I'm not sure I can access it.
No question yet in the chat.
Okay, thank you. So let's just keep on with the new widget that will be launched in September, which is the Küschall K Ultimate. Maybe you already heard about it. So this wheelchair is a brand new wheelchair made of titanium and carbon. It will be available on September. What we look for with this wheelchair is to have something really robust, something really lightweight. It will be assembled with a wrapping carbon fiber technique, which is done here in Fontaine in France. The idea is to have no restriction on the frame dimension of frame angles. So if you want to have 85 degrees or 90 degrees or 60 degrees, maybe it will be feasible. And the other idea is to have titanium where you can clamp add-ons on the wheelchair, so it will make the wheelchair compatible with all the add-ons. So what you can see here on the picture you have on the right hand, sorry, here. So here is a part in titanium, so that we come from here to here. So that's a titanium tubes, which allows you to clamp here and here the add-on that you would like to add. You will also have some titanium here, just below the seats, to help you to clamp another add-on if needed, like the fifth reel. And if you want to add the e-pilot, which is coming from Albert, you will also have some titanium here in the frame. And about the transport weight, it will start from 3.8 kilos, which is really, really low also for this kind of wheelchair. It's also made in France because everything will be assembled here in Fontaine in France. What I can tell you about the delays is that for all the carbon line, the delays will remain the same. The production delays will remain the same than the aluminium wheelchairs. So for the compact champion and category, we will be around 10 days of production. And for the car ultimate, it will be the same than the K-cell or the K-cell in carbon. It will be around 25 days of production. So here, just to remind you all the launch dates. So from the 1st of July, so from the beginning of this month, you already have all the carbon line about compact, champion, and car series. Only with standard frames, because all the other will come at the end of 2026. You will have the K Ultimate available from September, and you will have the K Cell in carbon available next year, so first quarter. You can already go on our website because you already have all the price lists updated, such as the brochures, and all the others are already open for the compact champions and car series. So if you have some questions, feel free to ask them. And if you don't have any question, I hope this short webinar will help you to know and to understand the new widgets that we have here for Küschall, so the carbon line and the K Ultimate. And I thank you for your attention. Okay, so you have apparently no questions. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us for this webinar on the carbon line and the K Ultimate. I wish you all a nice day and talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.